What's up guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how you can get double movement on keyboard and mouse. So I know you might be thinking, that got banned several seasons ago, didn't it? Well actually just recently Benji officially announced on his stream that it's no longer bannable to use rewasd or other similar softwares to get double movement on keyboard and mouse.
Boys, rewasd is allowed now. Rewasd is allowed now. You're allowed to use rewasd. I don't think it's been announced yet, but you're allowed to use rewasd. I made sure before I'm not getting banned, trust me, I'm not that dumb.
So basically what these programs do is they take your WASD input and they output them to controller joysticks. So pretty much if you were to press W and A at the same time, it would be just like pressing upright on a controller joystick. And if you guys do want to get double movement on keyboard and mouse, make sure you like, subscribe, and watch through the entire video. So you may be wondering, what's the difference between using rewasd for double movement and using something like macros for editing? So actually what rewasd and the other remapping softwares do is something called key remapping. Whereas a macro runs multiple commands whenever you press one key, a key remapper simply remaps your one key to another one key. So technically if you wanted to, you can make it so whenever you press W on your keyboard, it presses Y in game, but there's really no point in that because you might as well just press W on your keyboard. But pretty much what this is doing is making it so whenever you press W on your keyboard, it remaps it to the controller. And this is not bannable because it's not a macro. Alright guys, now that we're on my desktop with keyboard and mouse cam, I'm going to be showing you guys what you need to download and how you can set it up. So first off, you guys are going to want to go to the description and download the two things that I linked right here, the keys to X input and the ViGEm. So basically what keys to X input is it remaps your keyboard keys to your controller. And what ViGEm is the virtual controller so that you can not actually have to have a controller plugged into your computer to remap to one. So the first one that you guys are going to want to download is the ViGEm bus. And once you're at this GitHub link, you just want to scroll down some and then get the 64-bit version. Just click on it and it should start a download. And then after you have it downloaded, you're just going to want to open it. And it should open this up. So pretty much all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to press next. And then here where mine says remove, there should be an install button, or it should bring you through some kind of install process. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just keep clicking through these and then eventually you'll be done. And then after it is done installing, you're going to have to restart your computer. So you can go down here to your Windows and then right click and then hover over here and then press restart. And then it should be working. And after you come back to the video, you're going to want to go to the other link, the keys to X input. You're going to go to the download link. You're going to press download. It's a very small file. It shouldn't take long. And then again, you're going to download this. And then pretty much you're just going to open this. And once you have this open, all you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drag this to your desktop. I actually already have mine there on the desktop. As you can see, it says it's already there. And then after it's on your desktop, you're just going to open it up. And then it should open up something similar to this. These values right here will probably be somewhat different to mine. But pretty much for what you're going to want to do for the best movement is set strafes to 0, because if this is anything over 0, then it won't let you sprint whenever you're walking sideways. And then set diag up to 11,250 for the maximum movement. If you don't want it to be as extreme as controller, but still better than keyboard, then set it to around 900. I think that's probably the sweet spot if you're just trying to get used to it. And then you can kind of leave diag down how it is. I wouldn't recommend changing that because it can make it to where you can't walk backwards correctly. So I would just copy the settings I have here. If you use WASD to move, you can leave these the same. But if you do use different keys, for example, then you can change those accordingly. But you do need to copy these settings. The only one out of these three that you can change is diag up. The lower the number is, the less extreme your movement is. So if this is anything under 700, it'll just be worse than keyboard movement normally is. And if it's anything higher than 700, it'll be better. And then 11,250 is pretty much the max you can get without it not working correctly. Now you might notice that while this is enabled, you're not able to type WASD on your keyboard. But simply to fix this, you can either toggle this off and then you can type WASD on your keyboard again. Or if it's on, you can just press Alt and 0 at the same time. And as you can see, it's turning it on and off whenever I press Alt 0. So right now I can't press the buttons because it's turned on. So pretty much whenever I press these, it's just emulating a controller. And then whenever I press Alt 0, I can type again. And then after all that's done, you're going to want to open up your game. And make sure you leave the software open, because if you close it, then your movement will stop working and it'll go back to normal. So what I like to do is I just pin it to my taskbar, and then whenever I want to play, I just click on it and it'll open. So one way that you can instantly know if this is working or not is whenever you have it toggled on and you're sitting in the lobby, just press A and D and you'll see that it's acting like a controller joystick. Now let's go into creative to test it. Now you guys might notice that 1, your game is lagging a little bit, and then 2, whenever you're moving around, your inventory and all that stuff is bugging out down in the bottom corner because you're using controller and keyboard at the same time. But to fix this, all you need to do is just pause and go into your settings, and then go to the mouse and keyboard settings, and then turn lock input method as mouse on. So what you need to do is press apply after you do that, and then you can walk around perfectly fine. You have complete controller movement. As you can see, I'm literally walking sideways. This is so OP. This is actually crazy. I'm hitting crazy free builds, and the side jumps on here are just insane. Like, look at this. This is not something you could do on keyboard. Like, honestly guys, if you aren't doing this, then you're at such a big disadvantage. Because not only is it crazy good for movement with stuff like side jumps and peek shots like that, also it's way harder for people to hit you, because whenever you're walking sideways like that, especially if they know you're on keyboard, they're not going to expect you to be walking like this into their box. If this video helped you, make sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment down below telling me that it worked. And if it didn't work for you, then comment down below and I'll try and help everybody that I can. And lastly, don't forget to share this video with all your friends who you think would enjoy it. And just as an example, I'm going to start right here with double movement, and then afterwards I'm going to go with regular movement and see how far I get. Well, we actually went off the platform. I think I got to about right there with double movement. I got to about right here. And then we're going to try it with regular movement. So again, I'm just going to press Alt and 0. And then my movement goes back to normal. And we're going to see how far I get with regular movement. Wow. This is how far I got with regular movement. Let's see that difference. Wow, look at that difference and how far you get. That is actually ridiculous. Yeah, if you guys aren't using this, then you're at such a big disadvantage. There's so many things it can be used for. Again, if you guys have any trouble setting this up, make sure to comment down below and tell me what the problem is, and I'll try and help as many of you as possible. And also, we're on the road to 2.5 thousand subscribers, and I'm trying to hit that by the end of this year. So make sure you guys subscribe and hit that like button. Thanks, and I hope you enjoyed the video.